Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Leave that donation for whatever you want, okay? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney and Golden Boy drama show that's taking place. I'm very surprised at just the fans. It seems that out of every 100 fans, 75 of them feel Devin Haney is a shot fighter. They feel that he was a protected fighter, and they don't feel any remorse or pity for his current situation. Now, I'll say this. I can understand if Devin Haney's dad and the way he conducts himself sometimes, if that gets under your skin. But I think we all realize that boxing is a business, and you almost have to be WWE raw in your behavior sometimes to grow your profile. Now, I don't agree with everything that not just his dad does, but a lot of these fighters' fathers or trainers or even the fighters themselves, right? I don't always agree with the things they say and some of the things they do. But at the end of the day, I think in Devin Haney's case, let's set that aside. Because this lawsuit seems to have gotten under the skin out of every 175 people. 25% feel that, you know what, he should sue him. I happen to fall into that 25%. I don't think he's a sucker. I don't think he's a P-word. I don't think he's a coward. I think he should sue him. Now, what's confusing to me is if 75% of those people, right, out of the 100, if they feel Devin Haney is now a shot fighter as a result of Ryan Garcia beating Devin, okay, and then we know Ryan Garcia had ostarine in his system. How can you sit there and not be okay with Devin suing someone who was obviously on something that resulted in this person being on an uneven playing field and inflicting the kind of damage to where 75 out of every 100 people, 75% of them feel that Devin Haney's career is over. That's crazy to me. You would think that people would be supporting Devin Haney. If he's a shot fighter as a result of the beating he took from Ryan Garcia when Ryan Garcia was on that stuff, why shouldn't he sue him? I'd be suing him. This man has, basically, according to 75% of every 100 fans, ruined Devin Haney's career. But instead of saying, damn, Devin was done wrong, they're laughing at him. Let me show you something, okay? Now this right here, this is the CompuBox punch stats. Now you know you got to take these numbers with a grain of salt. But my thing is, when you look at the first round through the 12th round, when Ryan Garcia is landing 9-27, Devin's landing 6-17. And as you just kind of continue along, right? The bottom line is, Devin was landing shots on Ryan. Ryan was landing shots on Devin. But if you just add up how many, let's come down here to final punch stats. Right here. If you look at total punches, right, that were actually landed by Ryan Garcia, 106 of those shots that landed on Devin, or 106 shots by somebody who was on a performance-enhancing drug. Now, we all know that when it comes to the human body, it's not made to take that kind of damage and trauma. Especially, just from a regular person, but someone who already has, God gifted power and now has enhanced themselves. So that's what Devin Haney had to go through. Now, I picked Ryan Garcia to beat Devin. I said that left hook is a problem. That speed is a problem. He's got the height. He's got the reach. Devin's never faced that. He's going to lose. But when I look at it now, I do think Devin, I think he's a victim. Remember, you got to take the emotion out of this, man. Forget if you feel that Devin Haney has cherry picked his opponents. Forget the when he comes out here to social media. 1 second he's talking about Allahu Akbar, the next second he's calling people F you, you B word, you P word, you N word. Forget all that, because I see it and I don't like it. But I can sit that aside to just look at the facts here. Devin Haney, no kidding, may have had his career cut short by the hands of Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia being on that All-Star. Now, I tell you what, if those tests never came back abnormal, then we'd be fine. We'd be sitting here, and Devin wouldn't be out here talking and saying anything. It'd be a moot point. He lost, people would clown him, and we'd go on. But to see the position we're in now, and now Ryan Garcia said he didn't get his money from Golden Boy right after the fight. Devin Haney saying he didn't get his money. Now this isn't new. I'm gonna tell you what I think happened, because we know the secret society's in full effect. For anyone who's disagreeing with me, you can hold your horses and not take it to the stupid. Let me tell you what I think happened here. Ryan Garcia got that fine, that $1 million or whatever it was, and the 1 year suspension, and that money had to go back to his promoter Golden Boy. We all laughed at that shit. So that money went back to Golden Boy, and basically was Oscar De La Hoya holding that money for Ryan. So Ryan never lost his money. That money, in my opinion, I understand Golden Boy is a promoter putting on the event. To me, they should have figured something else out, because that just doesn't seem to make any sense to me that the money goes, Ryan Garcia's money goes back to his promoter. You already know how they're going to work that out, because Oscar doesn't want any problems, because Ryan Garcia is his last really big star. But to hear Oscar De La Hoya say Devin's a shot fighter, he doesn't deserve anything, he knew what he was getting into when he went into fight, and Ryan Garcia paid him $500,000 per pound, so he got paid $1.5 million. He took the fight, he knew the risk associated in there. I mean, okay, if the issue is Ryan Garcia, if it's solely Ryan Garcia coming in to fight overweight, I think the lawsuit would be dumb. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be dumb. Man, you knew he was going to come in to fight overweight. You took the money, but it's more than that. And just for me on the outside looking in, I do think Devin has a grounds for a lawsuit. Look, he's not the first person to sue somebody in boxing. So when people are saying he's soft, he's a coward, or he's a poom, because this man want to come out here now and sue Ryan Garcia, I think they should hold their horses and not take it to the stupid and jump on the internet and do their research. There are a lot of fighters who have sued in situations where they thought they were done wrong, whether it was against another fighter, whether it was against a promoter. The bottom line is, lawsuits in boxing is not, they are not uncommon. Now, what I will tell you, okay, this is where, for me, where Devin Haney's going to have me kind of, poke him in the eyeball. If he sues Ryan Garcia, win or lose, but he doesn't rematch him, that's where I'm going to sit there and say, okay, Devin may be putting a little duck sauce on the fried rice. However, I got to be real with you. You see that Ryan Garcia, Teofimo, and any and every other fighter out there who wants to make little slick comments about race, right? Ryan Garcia is the most extreme case. There was a fight where I think Rod Salka was fighting a Mexican fighter, and Rod Salka had a picture of the wall. He had a wall or something, a print of a wall on his trunk. I guess suggesting that they should build a wall so the Mexicans can come into America. Something crazy. That shit's crazy too, you know. But anyone out here who wants to offend people, right? Especially when it comes to race and religion. I think that there's a way to handle them. But for Devin Haney, I think he should rematch Ryan Garcia. But at the same time, you almost say, why put money in a guy like Ryan Garcia's pocket? But at the same time, who else can Devin Haney fight that's going to pay him the kind of money that he's going to earn, and like what he will earn in a fight with Ryan Garcia? You see, some people aren't going to understand that. They're just going to say, oh, Devin's a coward, putting duck on the fried rice. He got his ass whipped. Just move along. But there are others out here who are saying, you know what? He should rematch him. He should rematch him. Then there are those who are saying, no, don't put no money in Ryan's pocket. But we know Devin and his dad and his team, they're all about their money. They're Wu-Tang cream. They're dollar bill, y'all. But I want to sit back and see how this plays out, because I think Ryan Garcia in particular, right, needs to face more severe repercussions than what he's been subject to. I don't think that the powers that be are getting this one right. Do I think he needs to be kicked out of boxing? Yeah, I kind of do, man. You know, I'm big on fighters and fighting and being able to earn a living and have kids and families. And I'd hate to see a guy who's been fortunate to get in a position to go and fight and make a few million plus to go fight and make, you know, generational wealth in one fight. I'd hate to see him lose that opportunity, but at the same time, these guys are representing the boxing fraternity, and with their promoters, they're representing a brand. And with these sanctioning bodies, if they're a champion, they're representing the brand of the sanctioning body. But one thing I'm going to tell you is when it comes to Oscar De La Hoya, we already know that he's kind of crazy. He's straight Sesame Street. Bernard Hopkins is Sesame Street too. For those who are saying, oh, hood, man, you coming down on Hopkins? Yeah, Hopkins is an idiot too, man. Remember the man with the Puerto Rico and threw the Puerto Rican flag down? I was hoping they got a hold of Bernard Hopkins and chopped his ass up. That's crazy. So over there on Golden Boy is a bunch of wackos who probably like the drama, like all that. Who knows what if they were behind a lot of Ryan Garcia's antics, but I understand Ryan Garcia's name is still out there. I understand that his profile keeps growing. I understand when he does interviews and when he speaks, people tune in to listen. It's not that he's, making us smarter. There's a certain element of entertainment there. But if you ask me, I think Devin's doing the right thing. But when Golden Boy, when Oscar De La Hoya comes out here and says Devin's a shot fighter, yeah, other fighters saying he's a shot fighter now, he'll never be the same. They're saying that as a result of the beating he took from Ryan Garcia. And I get it. He didn't get that right hand up. I get it. Round after round, he was making the same mistakes. I totally get it. Remember, I picked Ryan Garcia to beat him. So I'm not surprised that Ryan Garcia beat him. Now we're dealing with this Austrian element. And all I'm saying, if Devin Haney, according to, out of every 100 people, 75% of them say he is now a shot fighter as a result of the beating Ryan put on him. How can a person be mad at Devin Haney for suing this guy for basically, according to you, 75%, saying that you feel that, right? This is what you're saying. You're agreeing that Ryan ruined that man's career. But you're laughing at him and scoffing at the idea that he filed a lawsuit. The fact that he filed a lawsuit doesn't make sense. Anyway, Y'all keep cool. Ryan Garcia already had tremendous power, but his power seemed to be even more tremendous. But everything he did, I wasn't surprised. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't surprised. I thought it would happen that way. Remember, I spent my time in the ring. Did a lot of sparring. And I know when you have speed, I had a lot of speed. I remember I was fighting a guy one time. He was tall, had longer reach than me. He had decent speed, and he was touching me. I remember always sparring. I'm thinking to myself, how does this guy keep hitting me? And then we sparred a second time, and then I figured it out. I had to make sure I got my shit off first. And I got the best of him in that second sparring. Second time we sparred, he was like, damn, man, what you do? But I had to make some changes. But what I'm getting at is, with Ryan Garcia being long with that speed, I knew from my own experience that if Devin isn't really prepared for that shit, he's going to get touched. And Ryan has power. So I'm not surprised that he beat Devin and knocked him down multiple times. But now I have to be fair and say that this lawsuit Devin's filing, I'd want to file it too. I ain't gonna lie. I'd also want to fight him again. But Devin Haney, I gotta be honest, I think he has some doubts. When somebody beats you like that, you can't help but have some doubts. Especially if there's so much more, if there's more to the story where there may have been some foul play along the lines, you know? If there's some bullshit to it, and Devin, that means, to me, I can't help but say, well, maybe Devin Haney and his team know something more than we don't. Why not rematch him? Like, I'd want to rematch him. You look at Miguel Cotto. What happened between him and Margarito was horrible. Now, although Margarito had those loaded hand wraps, Margarito didn't have any loaded conditioning. Margarito's conditioning was 10 times better than Miguel Cotto's in that first fight and in that second fight. Because although Cotto had, touched up his eye and everything, and he needs to thank Manny Pacquiao for that damaged Margarito eye. But the bottom line is, if they would not have stopped that fight, Margarito would have knocked out Cotto again because of the stamina. But no matter what, Cotto, he said, you know what? I'll put on my big boy pants and I'm going to go out here and rematch him. Win, lose, or draw. And I think for Devin Haney, no matter what happens, if they rematch, I think he should go and fight Ryan Garcia. But we'll see if he does it. I don't think if he takes another loss against Ryan, his career is over. I do think Ryan took a pound of flesh out of him. So I want to see how Devin Haney handles, power or handles speed or just handles somebody getting in the ring with him and looking to hit him now. Is he going to be gun shy? Is he going to be so comfortable standing in the pocket like he was before? Is the way he fight, is that going to change now? Is his team kind of panicking? Okay, we got to get him back in the ring, but we need to make some changes. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing to get Devin Haney ready to return to the ring? To me, it just seems like there's a lot of distractions. But that being said, in my opinion, like I initially stated when I first started this video, they say Devin Haney is a shot fighter. All I'm saying is if he's a shot fighter as a result of the beating Ryan Garcia put on him, that means his career is over now. Why shouldn't he sue Ryan Garcia when Ryan Garcia's test came back positive for a drug? And as a result of him being on that drug, he was able to destroy this man's career. That's the only question I have. Keep cool, I'm in the breeze.